Hi there. In this video, I want to talk to you about Encharge, which is an email marketing platform, and how to use that together with ThriveCart without having to buy the most expensive plan. It's on AppSumo only for the rest of today, so if you want to get it, be quick. It's been one of the best deals that AppSumo has ever had, they say. It's been on AppSumo a couple years back, and now it has returned. And you can see the different plans right here. They have really cool automations, by the way. And you can see their plans here. So it starts at Tier 1 for $109 for up to 5,000 subscribers, and then it goes up and up and up. And only on the sixth plan here, you would have the integration with ThriveCart. Now, in this video, I want to show you there is a way to circumvent this basically and use a free Zapier plan to make this work anyway, so that you don't need to pay $1,000 and just can go with, depending on your number of subscribers, of course, one of the lower plans. And this is just a one-time price, right? This is a lifetime deal. And I believe this plan normally costs about $80 a month. So it's really, really a good deal here. And like I said, really fancy automation options. Now, in order to make this work, we first, inside our Encharge account, need to set up a custom field. So we go to Manage here at the top and then Custom Fields. And here I recommend to create a folder first and just name this one Course Purchases. And let's make it bright and yellow here. Okay, and then we're going to create a field and name this one Course A. So just your course name, obviously, but I'll do Course A here. All else can remain the same. And then we click Create. Then we go to Flows at the top, click at the bottom left, and again, we can create a folder for our courses. Course Purchase Automations. And we do that here, and we click to create a flow, start blank. And the trigger here would be, these are all the triggers here, would be that a particular field has changed, right? So here, field changed is going to go in this trigger box over here. So you just drag it on, you click to set it up, and you choose that course field, Course A, and we hit save. And then we do the next step, which is sending a welcome email, for example. So then we drag on send email onto here and we click on the little arrow to connect it. So when the Course A field changes, we're going to send an email. And we click here to set it up. And we can select an email if you previously set it up, but you can also simply create a new email right here. And then, of course, you have to put a subject line, welcome to Course A. You type your sending email address, and of course, you would need to verify that in order to send it. And so if you click here, you can just follow those instructions for that. And then here, you can just enter your logo, your email headline. You can pull in someone's first name, images, and there's lots of different blocks and things that you can drag onto the email here. That is beyond the scope of this video. I want to just show you how to set up this flow. So we click save, and then also it needs to, it will ask our physical mailing address, right? So you need to put that for the Can Spam Act. So I'm just going to do that later, but you'll need to fill that out too. And now we're just saving this flow, enter the email name. Oh, we can do that. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now when that custom field changes, so anything changes in that field, this email is going to be sent. Okay, so now we need to go over to Zapier. And in Zapier, on the free plan, you can do two-step zaps. And if you have a paid plan, you can do multi-step zaps. Now, in this case, we are going to use ThriveCart, a product purchase, as the trigger here. And you select the particular product, of course. And then here, when we choose to add a tag, so this is not the way that I recommend doing it, because if you simply add a tag in Encharge and use that as the entry point for the automation, you can do that too, right? So simply have a tag being added, select the right tag, and then send the email. That's an option too. The downside is that you can only then collect someone's email and their tag, right? So that is rather limited because then in the email itself, you cannot address the person by their first name. And I'd rather just collect that information as well. So I recommend to do a different step. Choose Encharge here again. And of course, you need to connect it to your account. And then the action here would be to add or update a person. And we go here and configure. And then we can do email again. We can now select the first name too, and then more data if you want to. And now in the course A field, let's see if we can quickly find that. There's a lot here. Let's see if we can search for it, if that works. Nope. Course A here, I'm going to type simply the word yes. So whichever course purchase you have here on this step would need to correspond to the custom field here. So for each course, you're going to create a custom field. And then of course, in the matching custom fields, we're typing yes. And then we click continue, and then you can test it and send the data over to Encharge. Then this step can be gone. Because we don't need that. And this means that now that custom field is being updated, meaning this is updated and then the email gets sent. And of course, if you then also want to tag people here, you can do that too. So then you could even say, okay, oh, this is a trigger. Sorry, I should do an action here, add tag. You can say, okay, I want them to, when that field changes, to send the email, but to also tag them with a particular course name if you find working with tags easier than working with custom field changes. So this way, you can just work with a free Zapier plan and circumvent the incredibly expensive. It's probably still a good deal if you have that big a list, but just $1,000 to be able to integrate with ThriveCart, for example. And there's other benefits, of course, too. But you'll likely be on a bit of a lower plan. And this way, for free, you can still integrate with ThriveCart for course purchases. And of course, any of the other ThriveCart triggers that you have in here, because it's not just product purchase, but there is other options here as well that you can use and set up separate Zaps for. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Hope this is helpful. Bye-bye.